No, this isn't painful. You know what's painful?
Pink sock.
Yeah. You're speaking my language, man.
We're on a wavelength.
All right, man. Whenever you're ready.
But the pain is part of the,
That's part of the experience.
part of the pleasure.
No pain, no gain.
God bless Gma for that lyric.
Testing. All right, go ahead, man. Hit start. Yes.
Seems a little less laggy.
We got music this time.
Yes.
Off to a great
It is
start.
the end of the world. And it's also the beginning. The beginning of a brand new, solid, juggalo world for us all to enjoy. We'll never die.
Is it gonna change? Nope. All right, seems to be working fine. My name is Kyle, aka Keezy, if you want, and this is my main man Carver, aka oh yeah, Carver. And this is our homeboy Gage. What's up, man?
Hi. How's it going?
Great, man.
Happy to be here.
In our Discord, Wasteland Waldo, he's our homeboy.
Yup.
Yep. So what's up, everyone? Everybody cool?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man.
Fantastic.
I just want to dive right into our Juggalo origin story. We've kept this man waiting long
Yeah,
enough.
let's do it.
He's been held hostage for like a half hour.
I know. We're immediately getting into it, man. Give it up for our homeboy and soon to be yours, our friend Chris. What's up, bro? Oh yes. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. Excited to finally have this happen. I know we've been talking about it for a couple weeks.
Yeah, man. We've been trying to get you on. It's been a rough go, just like today, as you've seen live while we set up for half an hour.
Could say it's a miracle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't know. They're all naked while they're setting up. It's nuts.
Hope you enjoyed that. So Chris, you have a YouTube page called Nihil.
Yes, I do.
What do you
where
do?
I do lots of gaming stuff. I focus on the series Shining Force, which is a retro series. The closest approximation to today is probably Fire Emblem, if you're familiar with that. Lots of gaming stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something I'm really passionate about, really enjoy doing.
I've heard of what was it? Fire Emblem. I've heard of Fire Emblem only because first of all, I'm a huge Shining Force fan. You have no idea.
Can we look up like a video? Because
Sure.
I don't know what it is.
Shining
I don't either.
All right,
This
so
is educational
I'll
for
explain
me.
what I know about Shining Force, Chris. I'm going to steal your thunder here. And
for it.
just to share, Shining Force is a game originally, Japanese, I don't know, but as far as
Yes.
I know, it was released on the Sega Genesis. There's been 2 of them for the Sega Genesis. The third came out for the fucking Sega Saturn, but it came out in episodes. And as far as I know, they only ever English translated the first episode. Is that correct?
These are mad fresh.
Yes, but the community has finished the job.
That's amazing. That makes me happy.
I remember that box art from back in the day when I had a Genesis.
Yeah. So Shining Force, it's a like a tactical, like strategic RPG. I don't know what the actual genre is.
Strategy RPG.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know the fucking terminology, but the game fucking rules. You play as this dude. You're like, you're building like a ragtag team of like people to come with you to go slay the fucking dark dragon enemy. But it's what I love about it is, first of all, every character is different, and you could have a team of like 30 of them on your team at once, and each one you move individually. You take a turn, they take a turn. You take a turn, they take a turn.
It kind of looks like Final Fantasy meets like The Legend of Zelda, like old school stuff is what I'm looking at.
I could see that.
Just from
I
my
would call it
knowledge of
Fire
it.
Emblem meets Legend of Zelda. That's what I would call it.
I'm not familiar with Fire Emblem either.
I only know of it. I've never played it, but I know it's very popular.
I know like the characters in Smash. That's like as far as into it I've gotten.
So
That's how most people get into it. That's their Fire Emblem origin story.
So what do you do specifically on your channel? You play. I'm sure you play Shining Force, but what are you? What's going on?
Yeah, I do Let's Plays. I do different videos on just different media that came out for that. I covered a comic at one point that came out, and I'm working on something super secret right now that I'm translating myself.
Ooh.
And that'll be pretty exciting.
That is
there's
pretty.
there's still all sorts of stuff that's not translated.
Oh, wow.
As much as we're trying to get it done.
The Shining Force, like, there's quite a large lore, like, and there's many games in the series that aren't quite the same genre as Shining Force.
Yes.
So that
I just finished doing a Let's Play of Shining Wisdom, which came out for the Saturn as well. Do I have it sitting here? Let's see. I even bought like a... No, I don't. I've even got like a Saturn controller sitting around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I've got it all wrapped up right now.
Oh, nice.
There goes stuff off my desk. But yeah,
I still
bought, like a.
I still got me a
controller
Saturn.
it is not a good game, but
here's what if anybody does want to see, this is what Shining Force looks like. You're picking your characters. Each character only has a set like range they can go, or a range they can attack. You can upgrade your characters and promote them to where they can attack more characters at once. And it's really cool. It's hard as fucking shit. I specifically remember having very bad memories of fighting this fucking bitch in this carnival tent
oh yeah.
on the first game.
Yep.
It's one of the hardest things I've ever done in gaming. I remember being sorry. I can nerd out about Shining Force for a while, bro. So
That enemy looked really. What the fuck? You're attacking his feet?
So right now he's attacking a large enemy that he could only see his feet, which was kind
Wow.
of weird. Yeah. But anyways, so you play Shining Force and all the other weird games in the series.
Yeah, that's the plan, to keep doing that, do other games in the same genre, and just keep doing that, and eventually maybe some of my own music.
Oh, hell
shit.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude! What kind of music you doing? Like chiptune music?
No.
All right, what are you
No,
doing?
but-
You doing like Juggalo shit?
Yeah, a lot closer to that, yeah.
Nice, dude.
We
Hell
need
yeah.
some chip tune juggalo shit. That'd be awesome.
That would be
dope.
sweet.
Kuma made the fucking chiptune Nedden game,
Oh, wow.
which is on his YouTube, I think. But
Yeah, didn't he use like Mario Maker or something like that, or some?
he may have.
He does like all of that stuff too, doesn't he?
I think so. Yeah, he does all kinds of shit. So Chris, let's talk about Juggalo shit.
I'd love to.
What's your Juggalo origin story, bro? When'd you find the clowns?
All right, so it's not a long story on that one, because it's a little bit more of a recent thing. I was a metalhead before, definitely into that, and I used to go to a lot of metal shows local to my area, like Dallas, Fort Worth, in Texas. And my favorite band at the time, and still is Falling in Reverse. I don't know if you guys know them.
I've heard of them. I don't think I've ever heard any of their songs.
Oh, they're great. But anyway, the last Vans Warped Tour was going to be a thing, and they were kind of helping kick that off. So I went to hear Falling in Reverse and a bunch of other metal bands I liked. And just off on the stage off to the side, I saw some guys in makeup and stuff, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's Twisted. They're like the Insane Clown Posse guys, right?
Satanic.
They're the posse.
Yeah.
They're the posse of the Insane Clown Posse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went over to that stage and listened to them perform and was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. They were touring then on, what is it? Life's Continuous Questions. I forget what that one's called.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Evolution of Continuous Life's Questions.
Some shit like that.
It's kind of a ridiculous name.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I was like, I kind of enjoyed that, but I didn't think too much about it. And then it was like a week or two later, my YouTube recommendations hit me with one of the ciphers. It was the 17 one.
Nice.
And I listened to that and was like, hey, I kind of enjoy this. You know, Shaggy showed up and I was like, I know there's a skinny one and a fat one. So Shaggy showed up and I'm like, oh, there's the skinny one. And then Jay showed up and I was like, oh, there's another skinny one. Maybe there's more than two of them.
Yeah. All right.
Listen to that damn alien music.
Oh, that's what's up.
So, yeah, I listened to all the ciphers and then immersed myself in the beef that was going on, and just kind of went from there and started buying albums.
So
Oh yeah.
so that's an interesting one, man. Like, so the ciphers kind of like are what just probably just algorithm based. That's the reason why you saw them first. But it's interesting that that's what got you like to check them out some more.
Well, it proves what Twisted is doing is kind of working as well.
That's true.
Drawing fans from the metal crowd, doing their tours and stuff.
Yeah, I ain't mad at them for that.
Yeah, I've been telling people that, because I mean, Twisted has played shows with like Chelsea Grin, Fit for a King, Motionless in White, much more metalcore bands, and yeah, it definitely works because I'm here.
So it drew you into Twisted, but also drew you to the Clowns from there as well.
Yeah, because I didn't know, like, when I get into an artist, I really get into an artist. And so I want to learn, like, your whole back catalog. I want to learn everything about your history and stuff. So I really didn't get the distinction. Like, I didn't know if they were all kind of together or apart, or I didn't really know the story there. But obviously, I knew there was a story there.
Ton of history there.
Yeah, that's got to be hard to, like, I mean, it's probably overwhelming.
Not so much. People were actually really helpful and really nice. It didn't take very long. It was just 2 or 3 months after that, maybe. Because that was summer. And then that fall, I went to, ICP was doing I think it was the Fearless Fred Fury tour, the Fury tour.
Okay.
I went to that just by myself and met a bunch of really, really nice people, and it was really funny. They were all like, you just heard Twisted at Warped Tour and then just showed up here? And I was like, yeah.
How was
pretty
that?
much.
That's badass, dude.
How was that show? Did you have a lot of fun? I mean, what did you think about the show itself?
Oh, it was great. Yeah,
Yeah?
They're great performers. It was tons of fun. Something that really shocked me was the level of fan support. I've been to other really big shows before, but I've never seen fans like the Juggalos before in terms of supporting ICP, and in terms of buying merch. Like, the merch line is long and it never goes down.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, that's probably got to be their biggest moneymaker anymore, for sure.
Absolutely.
It always has been a big one. But
Slice a little bit off the cheese.
yeah.
It has to be.
By the time they get there, they owe $1.50 on every fucking shirt. Stop buying the shit. Have you watched the shockumentary?
I haven't.
Oh,
yet.
it's
I've seen a couple of the
good
different
stuff.
It's
movies.
classic, man. You got to check that out. So let's see. So I'm interested then. So, if Twisted brought you in, but you learned about the beef still.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got hip to the Clowns. So did you have any kind of like certain feelings toward them when you first started opening up your mind to them, or were you just kind of like, I want to see, I just want to consume it all?
I really wanted to just get into all of it because I like really unique music acts. I like when people are doing not what everybody else is doing, because I heard that before, and I'd never heard anything like what the Juggalo world had to offer. So I was pretty open-minded to it. And then in terms of the beef, I just don't really do drama. It was
Smart.
like it's nothing to me. And then my take on everything after learning about everything was sort of that I understand not wanting to be the sidekicks forever.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that.
I understand that Twisted was upset that Abominations didn't get promoted as much as they wanted. And I'm like, yeah, I get that. But also, if you're a Juggalo, you know who Twisted is. And I don't know what else you could expect at that point.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
Yeah, we've talked about that 100 times here. That there was really nothing they could do at that point. They had to leave. That was the next step.
Yeah, it just sucks that it seemed amicable at first, and then it kind of went sour. But I feel like it was always sour. They tried to just put on a little show for us, thankfully. When they did the Wizard of the Hood show and all that, came back for that gathering and stuff. So
that was the conclusion I was kind of thinking. Like, Twisted always kind of wanted to like do their own thing to a degree, and it just sucks that it went bad after a while. But
time heals all wounds.
Mm-hmm. And I'm drama free too. I listen to whatever. I just want the music.
Same.
I try not to have any strong feelings about the personal stuff because it's
I mean, we sit over here and we shit talk we've shit talked Twisted many times on the show. We've shit talked ICP many times on the show, but we just bullshit and fuck around. But in the end, I'm still bumping Twisted. Like, all its fucking time, bumping the ICP all the fucking time. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am curious. Then, so you kind of you started going backwards. Like, well, I'm assuming. I don't know what ICP did you check out at first. What kind of when you started Googling them? What was like the first shit? You're like, all right, this is where I'm gonna start.
See, I'm crazy old-minded. I didn't Google them too much. I went to my local record store, and
Hell yeah.
yeah.
they had a copy of the Great Malenko, and I just bought
Yeah.
it because
The Great Malenko was the shit.
That's right.
I didn't know that was like such a significant thing to them. I just was like, hey, there's one that I could start with, so I just bought it and listened to that, and then was like, oh, this is like the one that everybody talks about. Okay.
Yeah, man. What a surprise! Like that's. I mean, I had that, but that was like all that there was at the time. You know, I mean, there's a couple albums, but man, like to have all the shit you could have found. I mean, he could have walked into the fucking store and they could have had just like The Calm or something, you know, and they had fucking Great Malenko.
I actually like The Calm, so that would have worked out
There's a
okay too.
Yeah, I went back and listened to the Calm. It's not that bad.
Okay.
There's actually some jams
Fuck
in
off.
there. Yeah.
but as far as like pressed up albums, Malenko's probably the most pressed album they ever did.
Yeah, you might be right.
There's more copies of Malenko out there
Well, no,
than any
if
other
you go on
album.
Amazon to buy an ICP album, the only fucking one you can get is like Fearless Fred and the Riddle Box for $7 for some reason. Is always on Amazon.
I got that off of Amazon. Yeah, why is it Riddlebox?
I don't know.
I think they've done represses of Riddlebox that because I bought one off Amazon too, and it's different than it's pressed differently.
Do you think Island did that or?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
I
that
think
would
Island repressed it more cheaply.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh,
Yeah.
we got this clown shit. We should probably make some money off of this. It's just sitting here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you got
If you
Malenko.
do,
Yeah.
If you want some of my hot takes, though, I'm not shy about it.
Yeah. Please.
Let's see. If I had picked up the Jekyll Brothers, I don't think I would have gotten into it as much.
That is a
Don't
hot
like
take.
that album very much.
Okay. Okay.
I get that. I used to love the album. I went back and listened recently. It doesn't hit the same. I
okay.
don't know why. I don't like it as much as I used to.
It's got a very like almost like
It was really that new metal
Yes,
kind of era.
yeah.
yeah.
They really kind of found that pocket and went for it that era.
It's got a little bit of a Hollywood vibe to it, you
Yeah.
know. So I guess I can see that. At the time, it was the best fucking thing since the Great Malenko, but you know, I can see that. I guess to an
They
extent.
stink, they blow, they suck.
Yeah, I just don't have the nostalgia for any of these, obviously.
Yeah, that's all right, man. So what else? What
But
other hot
as far as musically and the way it caught you, you think Malenko was the best one to start with, and probably
I think it was, I'd say probably the best one to start with,
Yeah.
because anything earlier, it sounds a little bit dated, and that could turn some people off. I think you could go back to Riddlebox at least and still be okay, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably the best one to start with. I like the Wraith a lot more, both of them. But I don't think that's the one you want to start with. I think that has more meaning if you don't start there.
I do agree with that.
Yeah.
And then the second deck, I actually am not a huge fan of either of the first two.
Okay. But you're into Fred and Yum Yum.
And Lost and Found.
Okay. What about Lost and Found? Which one's better?
Found.
Okay. I was gonna
Like,
I was
not
gonna have to
close.
end I was gonna have to end this call if you said Lost.
Yeah. Found's my go-to of the two. Yeah.
Found rules.
so
Yeah.
not into
I've
the
come around
Mikey
on that.
Clark produced second deckers. What's it about those albums that didn't really hit for you? Kind of they're trying to rehash old shit, maybe. It's kind of what.
Yeah, that, but it didn't sound like they had, to me, a theme really decided yet. It seemed like, yeah, we'll kind of keep doing the old stuff, and then Lost and Found was the first time I felt like it kind of really took on a new direction.
Gotcha. And that does make sense. That is the album. They started kind of sounding differently in that second deck.
Yeah, and I just love the production on Found, and I think that's Young Wicked, a lot of it.
Yep, that'd be him.
Yeah, I love him singing with them and performing with them. Like
Young Wicked rules, dude. I'm a big fan of Young Wicked. I liked the whole era of Young Wicked and ICP. I thought was the shit. Like truly, I think that he was a good asset for them, and he was really doing cool shit. I even like the shit he's done on the Magic Ninja. I've followed him, and I got the James Garcia CD over here. I love it. I think he's the shit.
I do too.
I will say
right over there on my shelf.
He's the man.
I will say I don't like the James Garcia rebrand. If he ever listens to this, what are you doing?
I'm with you. Young Wicked was cool, man. That was way cooler. I do like that song though. He's like, "It's James." Oh, that song goes so hard.
But like, even if you want to rebrand to use your name, I think that's fine. But like the Metallica font, and then like the TikTok song.
Yeah, he's doing too much on there. Like, let's back it up a little bit, James.
I will say, going back and listening to Yum Yum and Found back to back, I did a couple weeks ago. I think I like Found better than Yum Yum.
I would say that too. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I like more songs off of Yum Yum, but I forget what the second track is on Found. I forget what it's called. It's the first one after the intro.
Probably Found.
Yeah, it's Found.
Oh well, there you go.
I'm finally found.
Mm-hmm.
I like that song more than any song off of Yum Yum.
That is one of my all-time favorite ICP songs.
It's a great one.
It's fantastic.
So that said, then what is your favorite shit? Then what's the shit you found of ICP that you're like, okay, I'm so happy that I finally fucking found this shit.
Oh, that's tough. I mean, really starting it Found on, and then the Wraith Shangri-La, like the whole album. Shangri-La is just awesome. That's probably my favorite one overall.
I'm so close to agreeing with you on that. I find myself changing my mind here and there, but man, I always go back to Shangri-La.
Yeah,
that album is, to me, I don't know. They just caught something there. They had something, and I don't think they've ever been able to get close to it.
Yeah, Mike P really he got into such a groove with them, and everything they released at that point was
I truly do think Mike P is the best musician producer they've ever worked with.
Yeah,
even better than Mikey Clark. I love Mikey Clark. Don't get me wrong, but I think Mike P is a better musician.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree, and then especially with some of the new ones on the Seeds of Yum Yum as well. Like, I know people are really stoked to have Mikey Clark back, but some of those the remixes are okay. It's the
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra was fine. Abracadabra just sounded like the new version of
Hocus Pocus.
all the names are escaping me because
Yeah.
I'm being put on the spot. The new version of Hocus Pocus.
For sure. And then Scrub Life. I'm scrubbing it. That song's it's all right. But yeah, that was
80s rock ballad. I was just like,
oh, come on, man. I love that fucking song. I love it.
I was like that. I was with him. I've come around on it now, but at first I was like, I don't
Man,
know.
that song.
I could take it or leave it. I know they like doing that shit, but it doesn't really do much for me. It's okay. It's whatever.
Gets me right in the soul.
Nah, it don't hit my soul, that's for sure. I can go, it's a nice little tune, but it's not hitting my soul.
It comes all over my soul. That song.
I'm sorry.
Do you even have a soul?
No, I'm Santanic.
Yeah, it just dribbles in the crater where your soul was.
Related.
Oh God, man. Okay, that's cool, man. Well, you know what? So let me ask you this then. With Twisted being kind of your intro, how do you feel ICP? I know you're not into the drama, but music wise, what's scratching your brain more?
I think that Twisted is more consistent. I'll say that.
I think
if
that's
they
fair.
put out a release, I'm gonna like more songs on it.
Yeah.
But ICP also, there's just sort of a spectacle that comes along with ICP that I'm not sure many artists, even outside the Juggalo world, can hope to broach with the theming, with the album rollouts and stuff. Twisted, I think, can drop really good albums that I like a lot. What's the rock one they just did?
Gilf?
Unlikely Prescription.
Unlikely
Oh.
Prescription. Yeah.
I've been listening to Unlikely Prescription all the time, since it dropped. Just a really, really good album. And it doesn't have anything that special to it either. And I think that people might be like, eh. It's not a particularly good metal album, I would say.
I've been
just
calling
is
it dad
well-
rock.
Dab rock?
Dad rock.
Dad rock.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is a little bit dad rock, but it's just so like tightly put together
Yeah.
that like I feel like it kind of carries as a whole album more than any one standout moment.
I feel that. I mean, I think the production wise,
It's
Twisted.
good. It's
like-
good ring entrance music.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I think it's fine. It's fun to listen to. There's nothing like to shit on
That's
that
what
album.
it's a fun listen.
But he
Yeah.
hit the nail on the head. There is this ingredient to ICP, and I think that everybody who loves ICP feels it. That there's just this thing about them, even when their music isn't that great. There's still this, mysticism to it all that you kind of just feel, and it just gets under your skin in a good way, and you're like, man. They're not great musicians or great rappers or great anything, but fuck, there's something about it that's why and how, and man, I'm just, so yeah, you couldn't have said it better, man.
The way I explain it to people that don't know, that are like, why do you like these people? It's Twisted is the talent, ICP is the creativity.
Yeah.
And you will not find a more creative rapper, I think, than Violent J.
That's for damn sure.
Yep.
Because, people will say, like you said, are these good musicians? No, I don't think they would defend that either.
Yeah.
But it takes something, you have to have something special to look back on as successful a career as they've had and go, yeah, we're terrible musicians. And we've been that successful.
Yeah.
It's the same way in wrestling. People look at Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was not a great wrestler.
His fucking final move was a goddamn boring ass leg drop.
And that's what people say. Hulk Hogan was not a great wrestler. Like watching him, he just didn't have the moves, but he just had this other thing that that was just creativeness. It was just it was a feeling that people caught on to. And I think it's kind of the same type of thing.
Yeah, here's what I'm trying to say. Twisted can drop a better album. If Twisted tried to drop an album and said, we're going to have 3 to 4 EPs that are themed around this album, get excited for that, that would not work.
Yeah. You would get bored after the first one.
Yeah, probably. That's a good point.
When
That said, I do have some of their, I do buy CDs. I am like I said, kind of old-minded.
Dude,
so
I've been buying the
I
fuck
did,
out of some CDs lately.
Hey, man, where
love some physical media.
I'm actually
yeah, I
there
did
with
grab
you.
a couple off my shelf, a couple of the
Yeah.
fun ones I've got.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
there's the special edition of Mad Season. I got the Black Friday one.
Ooh, that's dope.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
sweet cover, too.
Yeah, it is.
Then the other one I grabbed off my shelf. I recently moved, so I haven't unpacked everything yet. I've still got more. I've got Steve Meets a Boo somewhere.
Oh, cool, man. That's a good one.
But I grabbed that off the shelf too.
What is that?
Swag Tooth.
Oh,
DJ Prophet and Swag Tooth.
interesting. All right, so let's talk that. Are you into Ouija Mac? Are you a fan?
I'm kind of a fan of all the Juggalo rappers to some extent. I appreciate all of them for what they bring to the table. I do like Ouija though, and I feel like I have kind of a special connection with him because I went to that Fury tour, and that was my first ICP show. And I was like, I'm kind of new to this whole world and stuff. And people there at the show were like, oh, there's somebody else new to this whole world, and he's on this tour. It's his first one with ICP, and that was Ouija Mac, and he just dropped Gutter Water.
Okay.
So I kind of felt a kinship there that I'm like, oh, we're both kind of new to this.
That's
Even
pretty
though
cool.
he'd obviously been a fan much longer than me.
So music-wise, though,
Maybe he was like an usher. He helped you usher into that world because he was new and
he was someone you could pay. All right, we're both new. Let me pay attention to see where he's going, and that way, at least you can kind of, move along with him. That's I can see that. I'm more curious, music-wise. Are you're hip to everything he's been doing?
I wouldn't say everything. And I went to see him the last time he was here and actually had a conversation with him about it. I don't like the sacrilegious stuff he's been on lately.
Oh, the satanic.
Yeah, I don't like the satanic stuff or just shitting on religion in general.
Yeah.
I try to. I am religious. I'm a Christian. And while we do all sorts of fun things, ICP, there's always sort of the veneer of this is a show.
Sure.
It's kind of like you said with wrestlers. It's like,
But I think
we don't-
that's probably
yeah.
what you're getting out of that, man. You're feeling that energy that they bring to the table, that kind of spiritual, their connection to God energy.
Yes, and I feel like some of the stuff Ouija's been doing lately kind of flies in the face of that just a little bit.
And I do have a theory on that's why some of the things have been happening in the Juggler world regarding ICP themselves, especially Jay. And I do have sort of a theory of he's taken a liking to that side of things.
I mean, Bloody Sunday, his new album is covered in that kind of aesthetic, which I thought was shocking.
So to me,
For Jay, at least.
to me, as far as spiritually, religious, whatever, I think Jay has fallen off the horse. If you want to say that, I think he's.
You think
know,
Ouija is kind of the like pushing, like almost not pushing it, but
I'm not
he's,
gonna
he's one of the reasons Jay is leaning that way.
I'm not going to say Ouija is the reason, but I would.
I wouldn't.
I would say that lifestyle, that imagery, he has taken a liking to it.
I don't have a problem with the imagery. It's more about Ouija has some fundamental misunderstandings about what the Bible says, and then he raps about that in a couple songs, and I think it comes across just kind of as ignorant. And like I said, this is not anything I wouldn't say to his face. I have.
I would love to hear that. I would love to hear some more of that.
He was still very respectful to me. We still had a great time, and he put on a great show. And yeah, I still have a lot of love for him, and I do like the albums. I do.
So let me ask you a question. You've talked to Ouija, and I've theorized this before on this show. Is he actually satanic? Does he claim that?
No.
Okay. He just uses the imagery. It's kind of shock value stuff.
I don't think he uses satanic imagery really either.
Okay. What would you call it? What would you? So you had a conversation with him. So what prompted you to have a conversation like that with him then? If he doesn't use the imagery,
it was the lyrics. Like I said, he had rapped about stuff on Dirtbag.
Okay.
And had some fundamental misunderstandings about about a couple passages in the Bible. So that's what I talked to him about.
Okay. So more for lyrics that you've caught lyrics that have made you question that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not satanic. It's just him being disrespectful to a religion that I don't think he really understands. I don't have a problem with the imagery. It's just dark, edgy imagery. And I mean, if you don't like that, I don't know how you get to the Juggalo world.
Yeah,
of
course.
All of it's that.
Yeah.
But I know some people had a problem with like the cover of Dirtbag. I don't really care.
Oh, that's the one where he's
That's-
on the
he's like
he's on the
crucified
cross.
on the cover.
Well, you've said you came from the metal world, so I'm assuming you've seen tons of that imagery with bands you've liked.
You
and
got to be
it
forgiving
doesn't-
to an
yeah.
extent.
To some extent, I don't dabble in any of the satanic stuff. That's a big turnoff for me. But dark imagery to an extent, I mean, it's what drew me to metal is that you have to have low lows to have high highs is
Yes.
sort of the idea. That's why I like metalcore so much when you have like the guttural screaming stuff, and then you have singing with that. It just creates a really dynamic experience, I think, for the listener.
Well, considering your religious background, can I ask, did the Wraith Shangri-La kind of the overarching theme obviously being God and yada yada, but do you think that helped kind of solidify your love for the clowns, or was that just like a nice little cherry on top?
I think it helps solidify it because I like music that does have kind of a message to it, and I like positive. I like positive messages, even when it's we can be goofy and dark and edgy and stuff, but I like that it's positive at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I do think Ouija still embodies that off the stage. Like I said, talking to him, he's a really nice guy.
Sure.
And I was going to refute to Ouija might be leading Jay down a dark path. I don't think that at all, because Ouija hangs on to every word that Jay says. I mean, the respect he has for Jay, I think might be a little bit unhealthy. Honestly.
What makes you say that? Is there like from you talking to him, or was it like an interview you watched or something that?
I've listened to a couple of different podcasts that he's been on, and I worry that he takes this, like, the Dark Carnival stuff as an actual religion.
Ah.
And I don't think Jay ever really intended it that way. I think it was more of a worldview and a way to look at things, and sort of translating Jay and Shaggy's own worldview to music in a unique way. I'm not sure that it's sort of like the people that call themselves Jedi and are not kidding and take that as their, like, spiritual or religious view.
Yeah.
George Lucas was trying to communicate a lot of things with that, I think. I don't think he was trying to say that the Force is real.
Right.
Exactly.
I will say, man, this is fascinating conversation. So going back to Jay, do you actually perceive, I mean, I know you haven't been in this world a long time. We've been in it for quite a while. Do you, and this is what I think Jay has kind of gone down a dark path. Do you see that? Do you think anything has led him that way, or is it just, or are you just thinking it's,
We're just thinking too much.
we're looking too deep into it?
I mean, my opinion, knowing nothing, I've talked to Shaggy before, actually. I've never talked to Jay, though.
How'd you talk to Shaggy?
I went to his solo tour.
Oh, cool.
And did the VIP thing and hung out with him for a while.
Cool.
And I'll get into that in a minute if you want
Yeah,
to.
for
'cause
sure.
He said some fun stuff. But Jay, as far as I understand, with my very outsider knowledge, is that he's always struggled with addiction. And it just kind of seems like more of that. And I think he's starting to have to grapple with his own mortality. And that's a difficult thing to do. And I've seen it before because I work in elder care. And, it's just, he's been diagnosed with AFib. He's been told that he can't go quite as hard as he's been able to. It seems like he still had some problems with addiction, and I mean, that's a battle that never ends. And then his girlfriend passed away. I think that he's just having a rough go of it right now. And there's also that I do think the beef kind of weighs on his mind. It's hard to have your best friends in the whole world not be on good terms with you for a long time. And I've definitely slipped into dark mindsets myself from time to time. I can understand where he's coming from, even with the, like, I won't associate with anybody that works for them.
Yeah.
Or works with them. I can understand where he's coming from, but it gets lonely fast.
Yeah, man, from what I'm hearing, I feel like I'm on the same level as you are as how I'm looking at Jay and what he's going through. I mean, the addiction thing is huge. The beef, the people surrounding him and what he's got to do and what he's got to deal with. I mean, there's just a lot of things that can weigh on you when you're in that situation, that position that he's in, I guess.
I don't think it's all hopeless, though. I mean, he definitely has people around him that love him, and Shaggy and Ouija for sure. And I'm sure, knowing Jay, he's got a couple more girlfriends around that care about him.
Will you be you being a believer in God, and you said you're a Christian, right?
Yeah.
So would you? I mean, do you think that is what he is going to bring him out of this? That he develops a new connection, a higher connection to this? I don't know what you would call it, but is that going to be the catalyst to kind of put him back on this path to help through the addiction and all this?
I mean, I think that could be a powerful aiding factor. But I'm also a heavy believer in, don't pray to God for what you can do for yourself. And I think that Jay also has the power to lift himself out of this. And I think that, if nothing, Jay has shown he's extremely resilient. I mean, he's been through a lot of even health scares before with his weight and things. And he's been able to shrug that, throw that off in ways that people struggle their entire lives.
Yeah, and that's always fascinated me about him, is how he can just, I broke my neck, or I had to get this surgery, or whatever. I'm back on tour. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you're absolutely right. His resiliency is insane.
And I think the thing that he needs to do the most to begin to heal is bury the hatchet and forgive people.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like, I know people will speculate, there is stuff between them that none of us are ever going to understand.
Yeah.
You know, like beyond anything that's ever been public, there's years of baggage. But it's kind of like I said, my favorite band is Falling in Reverse, and their vocalist Ronnie Radke was beefing with his old band for like 5 or 6 years. And I mean, he wrote an entire album that was a diss track to them. That was the first Falling in Reverse album.
Wow. Okay.
But listening to interviews with him, he eventually did do a tour called Bury the Hatchet that I went to and was fantastic, where they did a co-headlining tour. They did interviews together, him and the singer of his old band, hugging and making up. And the words he said that I really clung on to is he said, I woke up every single day feeling angry about being wronged, and I just let it fester and stuff. And he said, I realized at some point that my old band, those people didn't care. They were not waking up every morning with it weighing on their mind. They were not waking up every morning with it bothering them. But he said, it really bothered me every single day and colored every interaction I had. It just was bothering me. So he said, finally, I realized this is only hurting me. And I let it go because it was just, either I'm going to keep letting this hurt me or I'm not. And letting this hurt me is just putting me in a dark place. It's taking me down this dark path. And I just don't want to be hurting anymore.
That's a really healthy way to look at shit. I mean, I hope one day ICP can do that. That would be amazing.
I feel like Twisted's kind of done that. Like, they don't seem to let things like keep them from doing what they're doing.
They seem to, but I mean, who knows what they're waking up
we
thinking
can only
every day.
speculate, but
And it's not admitting you're wrong either. It's not saying you're wrong or that you don't have valid, grievances.
It's
'Cause
just
maybe you
forgiveness.
do.
It's just like let's
Yeah.
just move the fuck on and go on with
I mean,
our lives.
it really is absolute forgiveness in your own mind.
Yeah.
because I think both sides have rights and both sides have wrongs. Like,
And what think about the poetry it would be, that metaphor, Jay burying the hatchet.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Someday, man. Someday.
it'd be nuts.
We'll see.
And then, did you guys want to hear what Shaggy was talking about?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Sure. So I brought a bunch of albums for him to sign and stuff, which he was more than happy to do. And I said, yeah, everybody ahead of me, was like, oh, I've been down since 83. Oh, I've been down since, 90 and things. And I get up there and I go, oh, I've been down since 6 months ago. And he was like, what?
That's cool, man.
That's awesome.
And I was like, yeah, I told him my origin story like I've told you guys. Heard Twisted at Warped Tour, thought this was pretty neat. Here I am.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, we made them, right? And I was like, yeah. I know
fantastic.
about the beef. I know about everything. He goes, you got the internet. I got it.
That's funny.
But he gave me a hug, like a really tight one. And he goes, you do not know how good it is to hear somebody say they're new to this.
Oh, wow.
It probably
he
makes
was
him
like-
feel old when he hears
He
all these
said-
people from.
Yeah.
He said, all day I hear people going, we've been down since Basement Cuts.
Yeah.
We've been down since Dog Beats. And he's like, dude, there were 6 fans of the band at that time, and I knew all of them. You are full of crap.
Right.
Like, he was like, I just get so tired of it. And it just kind of becomes a dick measuring competition. So he was
Yeah.
like, it's so refreshing to hear somebody be like,
Like, you guys are new to me, but this is cool. That's really awesome, man. I can imagine that. It's probably flipped his wig, honestly.
I love that. That's awesome.
yeah.
But
so
it's happening
he had
more-
a lot of questions.
Because a
about
lot of new
that.
junglos probably are like scared to go up and say that to
But
him,
there's-
let alone,
But
know?
there are people like Chris. I mean, there are people that are every day getting into this, finding ICP, and I really do think it's that magic that draw it. They are still drawing people in, and like you said, some of them are afraid to talk, but obviously Chris here is intelligent enough to go up to Shaggy and up to the artist and say, hey, this is my story, and it comes across. They get it. They understand it.
Yeah. I've also talked to Oh the Horror like a lot. They are really cool guys. I've talked with Young Wicked. for a little while. Little bit.
this is
Ala
from-
Zuli Lu.
This is from VIP Experiences.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, almost entirely. Oh, the horror doesn't do that.
So you dug deep, man. You said, I'm into these guys. I'm going like as far as I possibly can. VIP everything. We're doing it.
I want to, not all the time, because I mean sometimes it just honestly is not worth it price wise.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes it's it's fun to do that, get all my albums signed and stuff. And I know too, some people are going to be like, "You're religious. You don't like some of the stuff Ouija says." You went to see Ala Zuli Lu. And that's again that I think they have walked a fine line remarkably, and that it all feels like lore and not disrespectful in the slightest, and I love what they do.
Yeah, they got a cool little gimmick going on, and they can wrap their asses off. I will give them props on that. Me personally, I think their fucking mask gimmick has to go because I can't fucking tell who's who.
I agree. I think they at least should adopt something kind of like the clown paint, a unique feature to each
Sure.
of their masks. Would help.
that would help. 'Cause
That'll be nice.
I had to like go back to their first album and like they would say their names and memorize them. Like, okay, this is this.
That's
guy.
his voice.
This is this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's hard.
I don't even have that done. I have a favorite of the three, and I can't even tell you who it is.
That's
See?
awesome.
I mean, that by design, it's probably what they wanted. But
Yeah.
I'll say this, man. For you being down as long as you have been down, which is what, 6 months? You said a year, maybe.
That was then. Now it's been a couple of years. It was like 2017. It's
Oh,
been
okay.
like five, 6 years now.
okay.
So you've been down for a few years, and the amount of stories that you have already that you could come on here and tell is insane. So
pretty cool.
it's obvious that you've dove really deep, and you actually you're into it and you actually care, and that is. I mean,
Yes.
this was a fascinating conversation, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah. I also want to say too, you guys I won't out anything he told me because I'm not that kind of person. But the vocalist, the lead guy, John from Oh the Horror, all the ideas he has for the Juggalo world and Magic Ninja, like the direction that things need to go. I think he has like the best ideas out of anybody that I've heard so far.
Okay. Wow. That's
And I
it.
don't know if he'll be listened to, but if he is ever listened to,
That's
would
cool.
be
That I like that. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, the Horror. Like I've listened to a few of their songs and they're okay, but I haven't deep dived on them or anything. But I'm happy to hear that they're embracing like the juggalo-ness of their kind of position they're in. Like I like that they don't just hop on M&E and just keep doing their. We're doing our rock thing. We're not getting into the juggalo shit. Like I like that they're kind of to hear that they're embracing it. That's pretty cool.
John is like a super juggalo. Like he's super into this world, and has been since he was a kid. Is what it sounds like.
Oh, cool.
The other guys, they're now a two-piece, which a lot of people don't know. Their third guy left.
Okay.
I don't really know all the details with that. But John especially is super into all this and wants to make so many things happen that I know you guys listening to this want.
Okay, good.
So just hope that he gets his way.
That's cool, man. I'm happy to hear that. I'll have to check them out and maybe reach out to them. They might be cool to talk
Yeah,
to.
get him on the show.
That'd be fun. All right, Chris.
Yeah.
Look, Chris, we've held you for a long time. We appreciate you hanging out with us as long as you have. Is there anything you have to get out there or promote or say before we let you go?
I mean, the only thing I have to promote right now is my YouTube channel, Nihil, Nihil, and I will throw it in the chat real quick.
Yeah, it's Nihil. I pulled it up on YouTube. It's Nihil is here at Nihil is here on YouTube. So check that. I'm just seeing nothing but Shining Force videos. Fucking, I'm definitely gonna be consuming some of these for sure.
I mean, 20,000 views. I mean, I'm seeing. Yeah, he's got some views on
There
some
you
shit
go.
right there, man. Yeah, look at his stuff.
Hell yeah, bro. I love it. Well, play Shining Force. Watch Nihil is here. And then bro, keep fucking jugging it up, man. We're happy you're in our world, and keep on
If
trucking.
you-
This is
If
probably
you wanna
cliche.
follow, my Twitter too. It's at Nihil YouTube.
Okay.
This is probably cliche, man, but you seem like you got an old soul.
I do hear that every so often.
Yeah, man.
Well, thanks,
I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you.
thanks,
I did too.
thanks, Chris.
Anytime.
We appreciate you, man. I'm glad we can finally make it happen.
Yeah, me too. Thank you guys.
All right, bro. See you later.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's Chris.
Wow, man.
Cool guy.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was cool, man. That was some. I mean, for someone so new, I mean, I feel like he gets it. Like,
I love his perspective.
Oh,
yeah,
completely,
Like
yeah.
his perspective,
I'm feeling
like,
hopeful and great.
Yeah.
That was a good conversation.
completely like just blew my wig back on how understanding he was of just the whole of all the dynamics of this Juggalo world. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like he joined in and like immediately fell in. You know.
Yeah.
He went hard. Like, I've been doing this for, I think, like 10 years. I only just met Twisted. Like, I only
Yeah.
just went to see Twisted.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting it. He's
Bro,
doing it.
I've only met ICP one time officially. I was at the Dark Lotus in-store back in like 2001 or 2.
Yeah, and you know they don't remember. You barely
Yeah.
remember it. You know they don't remember
Yeah,
that.
hell no.
They don't even remember who they were at that point.
Right.
Wait,
Hey, you grab me another one?
if Shaggy does that solo tour, I hope he does VIPs. I'd meet Shaggy. That sounds awesome.
Oh, yeah, it does
I'd
sound
be
awesome.
so fucking nervous though. I couldn't go up to him and be like, "Hi, this is my story." I respect that confidence because I don't have it. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I
for
did
him to
this-
say like I've barely been down, but I'm
Yeah.
here, man.
I would just be like, "Can you
Yeah.
sign my CD, please?"
There's
Like,
there was one thing about Chris is he's got this type of confidence that it's not even that. It's just it's like this natural confidence that you just can't deny.
yeah.
But yeah, man, great fucking talker. He could hold I think he could hold an entire podcast on his own
Oh, yeah.
talking
I
about
mean,
this
he's
shit
doing-
already.
I want to watch his videos just for him.
I'm sure his YouTube channel is pretty interesting, man. I genuinely, for the record, I know like I literally could have talked to him about Shining Force for a long time. Like I fucking love Shining Force.
Yeah.
I would put that in my top 10 games of all time. Honestly, I fucking love Shining Force, and for him to be having a channel exclusively before that blew my fucking wig back. Good shit, man.
That's awesome.
Shining Force 2, just as good as the first. By the way.
I'll have to check this out. I've got an emulator. I bet I have it on there.
It's definitely on there. You know what?
Is Shining Force just on Sega?
She plays Super Nintendo, by the way.
Yeah, it is unfortunately
Oh, really?
Vinny. It's if you buy the Sega Genesis Classics, which is like a video game on like PlayStation and shit.
I got the first one, the first generation.
By the way, where's my? If I had my fucking vape, where'd it go?
Oh.
Yeah. If you have the Sega Genesis Classics, it's on there.
I got the first one,
I think it has Golden Axe and
the
Altered
Generation
Beast.
1 model. Then they came out with the second one, not recently, which I want to get, but it's $100.
You're talking about the physical console. I'm talking about if you could just buy like the game, like the digital version. It's called
yeah.
Genesis Classics.
I think they might even have it on the actual that little
Probably.
physical thing.
I would imagine is I don't know why it's on there because Shining Force was very like awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I think it kind of got slept on because even the first one was very hard to find, and I ended up finding it at Video Trader one day, like on a whim. They had one fucking copy, and I bought that shit immediately. But the second one I think got a little popular. But what's he saying?
He's saying it's on PC and PS4.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Oh, PS4, hell yeah.
I just bought it
Take
on
out
that.
my PlayStation.
I just bought that Sega Genesis Classics on my PS5 like last week, like, and it's on there. I'm definitely gonna play it. He's got me hyped to play it again.
Yeah, man. What an interesting character. I can't. I was taken completely by surprise.
Yeah,
that was
fun.
awesome, dude.
That was fun.
Is my mic working? I think my headphones went out.
No, you sound
Yeah,
good,
I
man.
can
That's
hear you
fine.
good.
But
You're sure? If your headphones went out, you're not gonna be able to hear Gmo Ski. Are you sure?
Let's test it.
Make
real
sure there's
quick.
not like a. Is there like a?
Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah.
It's
there's
like a
something-
connector. It's loose
There's
or some
something
shit.
going. God damn. We got to really revamp this studio, man.
Oh yeah, man.
You're embarrassing me right now.
We're working on it, man. That's why our studio's bare bones right now, y'all.
Talk in the air.
That's me. I'm sorry.
All right, we'll get into my filthy spirit bomb. We spent too much time with Chris. Oops, not cracked tiles.
We didn't spend enough time with Chris.
I could talk to Chris all goddamn day, dude. But we got shit to do here.
Yeah, why am I here? Bring him in. Fuck me. Like, that guy's cool.
Nah, man. You got to stay here. You ain't going nowhere.
That's fine.
All right, so My Filthy Spirit Bomb was Gmo Ski's first album on Magic Ninja Entertainment.
All right. So, quick story. when what was it, the fucking human suit cloth,
Human Claw.
human cloth. Okay,
We'll play the video for that when it comes on.
Human Cloth came out, and you were doing a podcast at that time. When did this come out?
2016?
2016. Okay, Human Cloth came out 2016, right?
Yeah.
You were doing a podcast at that time. I said, hey, Kyle, you need to check this shit out. This shit is fire, bro. You said, all right, yeah, whatever. You threw it on. You didn't even respond to it. You were just like, yeah, whatever.
That's fine. I blew it off.
I said, dude, this shit is dope. This dude is fucking amazing. Like, he's like one of the best rappers right now in the underground that I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
So what brought you around to him?
you know what? I kind of slept on him for a while, even after that, because pretty soon after this, he released that Violent J diss song.
Yeah.
And I was pissed at him for that. Like, I listened to this album and I kind of liked it.
It was like a year or two after this.
Was it?
It was
Wasn't
a
it?
little bit after he got signed, yeah, with MNE.
Okay.
Which,
I remember hearing Human Cloth and then like a while later hearing that diss.
yeah, which I heard the story about. He talked about on No Jumper. If you want to hear about it, So,
Please tell.
he was a battle rapper. That's where he kind of got his start from.
Yeah.
He's from California, right? And
Bay Area, I
Bay
believe,
Area,
right?
yeah, from Richmond. And the 6 foot, 7 foot video drop that Violent J did. He
Oh,
did
yeah.
that diss.
That was 2017 because they were
It was-
17.
it was 2017, and Gmo was at the studio, and everybody was like, who gives a fuck? Like, who cares? And Gmo's like, no, he's dissing you. Why aren't you guys responding? So then,
He talks about this on No Jumper?
yeah,
Really?
yeah, you
I
need to
watch
check
that.
that.
Yeah,
out.
see,
So
we should have watched
check
that.
out that
first.
interview that he did on No Jumper.
I need to watch that.
Very insightful. But he said like, this guy's dissing you. Why? Like, there's a picture of the building that we're sitting in that video. Why are you guys not reacting? And everybody's like, He's like, no, fuck that. And then he wrote his.
I
diss and
understand,
then
like, I
got
don't
the
bl-
go-to to release it.
These days, I don't blame him for going for his team. Like, I
That's
truly,
what it was,
I
yeah.
truly respect him for that. Honestly, he was he was new to the Juggalo world, just dropped his album, trying to make a name for himself. Like, he knew he would get views, yada yada. So
Dude, he's a battle rapper. Like, you can't stop a battle rapper. Like,
So,
it's
but-
just not like when they want to come out, they're going to do their shit.
But when I heard that shit, I stopped fucking with. I honestly, because this album came out first. Before that, I didn't really fuck with this album. I listened to it maybe once or twice and kind of like it was all right. Human Cloth was okay, but I never really paid attention to it. He dropped the disc. I stopped giving a fuck about Gmo completely.
yeah,
And then
I was in my feelings a little bit about the diss. I ain't gonna lie.
that reminds me, I forgot to rock this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you came around to Gmo in a big way. I
did.
I remember that.
So he had the disc when I was doing my last podcast. My partner was going on and on about how tight Gmo was and shit, and I
Yeah.
finally decided to like buckle down and give him a shot. And I was like, he's undeniably tight
Yeah.
as fuck.
I don't care if he dissed. I don't care if Gmo came out and dissed my mom.
Right,
I would
that's
be like,
what-
yeah, it's pretty tight.
She probably deserved it.
I mean, like Gmo, like yeah, when he released that the diss to Jay, it was really in that beef moment, and yeah, I was in my feelings a little bit about it. I was
Yeah.
like, you know, it hit me here a little bit. You know, I was like, man, Jay, oh man, come on, bro.
I know.
But like,
But
Yeah,
Gmo
to-
also at that time was not like a powerhouse.
no, he wasn't.
He was like coming up.
yeah, and like
He
he
punching upwards.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, bro, he fucking slaughtered Jay. I mean, Jay would never be able to write a diss like just a line for line diss track is good.
No, hell the fuck no,
No.
dude. Hell no.
I mean,
Jay has different talents. Gmo's talent is, you know, he's a battle rapper. I mean, that's period. Go ahead. I'm sorry for cutting you off, bud.
oh no, you're good. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Gmo rules is what you're going to say.
Anyway,
yeah.
but that first song was great. The intro's cool.
Slide?
Yeah,
Fucking hard as hell.
yeah. And so I love Sawed Off.
Hell, motherfucking no. That shit is so tight. Oh yeah, he drops a dope line in this.
Yeah, my favorite line in the entire album, I was saying earlier, is in this song.
Every bar is like, I mean, it reminds you know how I've gone on and on about how Cal Scrooby, like every line is so hand picked, like
Yes.
perfectly. That's what Gmo's doing. Like he does
Yeah.
the same shit. Like every word, it's just like it couldn't have been a better word in that spot.
He's good
you
at
know?
he's good at the English language.
He
Absolutely.
doesn't write songs; he crafts them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to miss my line. I don't know when it's coming, but like I always think of a line. Like I call them spreads. Like you get a spread of a bunch of shit laying out, and you hand pick things and you put them together in an order. And I call that a spread. And usually, for me, a spread is a 4-bar interval.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
It's like a 4-bar interval. They usually do 4-bar intervals, 2 bar, 4 bars,
Yeah.
and they fill them with multis. They fill them with punchlines. They fill them with metaphors. Everything you need to be in a rap verse. They fill them in these 4-bar spreads,
Yeah.
and then they go on to the next one, right? And like Gmo is an expert at that, an absolute expert. And it's also like a ball of clay. You take this ball of clay that's an idea. It's kind of shaped a little bit the way you want, and then you chisel it down into this sculpture. And that's what he does, man.
It's very like you could tell this ain't his first fucking draft.
No, hell no.
He might be a battle rapper, and he could probably spit off the fucking top of his head very good. I think he even went on that one fucking wake up show or some shit, and maybe even did that shit.
Yeah, he might.
But nevertheless,
Did he? Wake up show?
I think he went on one of those whatever, some fucking show in battle rap.
I would love to
or,
see
or
that.
not, maybe not battle rap, but he freestyle.
Anyway, his lyric.
Oh, we missed it. Hold on,
And my
let's go
favorite,
back.
I was gonna look up the actual lyrics to see what verse it's.
my favorite lyric on that. And the reason why I love that lyric so much is because I know our friend Randy would love it.
Yeah. We'll go back to it. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's very important. This is critical.
Randy would get a kick out of this. I know he would. I know he'd love it.
It's
Here it is.
It's the first bit.
Here it goes.
Broke out of Azkaban, then robbed Gringotts. Raped the witch in the woods, gave that bitch a pink sock. They say they can't.
Pink sock,
Raped that bitch in the woods and gave that bitch a pink sock. Oh, God damn
Pink
it, that's
sock.
so hard.
Hardest
Pink sock
line
alert.
God damn
ever
it.
written.
Dude, Randy would love that line.
Randy would.
He goes, I mean, anyone who goes to the Pink Sock Festival would probably love that line.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we're going to watch the video for this song.
I didn't even know there was a video for this one.
Yes.
I'm excited
Yeah.
to see this.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
yes.
This is my first introduction to Gmo was
Dude, this might be
video.
the hardest Gmo song.
It might
It
be.
goes so fucking hard.
It is dope. I mean, it is it's what introduced me to him.
The first thing I saw was G,
That video.
which
is-
that's a good one.
Yeah, I think he even bitches about this on Filth Element. He talks a little bit about his M&E shit. Hold on.
Shit, hold on. All right, I'll get it going. I'll show you guys here in a second. Hold on.
I'm so excited. I've not seen this.
Hold on. I'll get it going.
He's ridiculous. He's just funny, man. He's a funny character. Yeah.
Just makes me want to bounce, bro. Look at it.
Oh, is that the Joker? He's
Might
in
be.
it. Yeah.
Where?
And he was in the background. He like looked down at it and it was like,
Oh, okay. I didn't see that.
yeah.
He's a good character. you
Oh,
know?
yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah.
In his videos, oh, he's always acting and doing weird shit.
Oh, I love his energy. He's so fun.
Yeah.
Hey.
Motorboat.
This video is so tight.
Now, would you say he was influenced by Ed Gein?
Might be, yeah. I even shouts him out on this song.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Does he say? I don't remember that.
He says
lyric.
Wayne Gacy. I don't know if he.
Or maybe that is. I think it's on this verse, maybe.
I like how everybody's like, "Oh damn, bro, this shit's hard." That's disturbing, but I love it. Is that an iguana?
Yeah.
And then
What the fuck?
that's awesome. That mask is sweet.
That
Yeah.
mask is cool.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh, there's a guy that
Yeah, that's that was
Ed Gain and Wayne Gacy
no, I don't think that was Ed Gein. Was it?
or Dahmer.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Dahmer.
Yeah,
Well, sick.
He had the jumpsuit on.
yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah, Ed Gein was like that. He was like the really backwoods redneck that like dug up his mom and wore her skin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's what.
He had lampshades made of fucking flesh.
He didn't
Oh,
actually
wow.
kill as many people as I think. He only killed like one person.
No, he was a grave robber that
Yeah, he
dug
was a
up
grave
shit,
robber.
and then he would use like carcasses and like decorate his house with them.
Yeah, he took taxidermy to a whole new level.
Yeah, he was very disturbing. He thought his mom was coming back from the grave and like telling him to do all this
That's
shit.
what Bates Motel was based off of, and
Oh man, check out Ed Gein. He's probably one of the more disturbed people of all time.
is Gmo the next one? Was it back to back?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Here goes.
It's another good one.
I don't know if I've definitely seen this. This is like definitely his most watched video.
Yeah, this was the first my introduction to Gmo.
Sorry. This video's got how many views? Where does it say that? 632,000. I think he has one with 1 million now. Actually, I remember. him talking about
All his videos are great.
it. Oh yeah, dude, he's a great actor.
Yeah. 100% entertaining, like, no doubt. This little Mike.
That like Bob Hope, Mike.
Yeah,
You need to get some of those.
yeah, he's funny. Just hold those.
Yeah.
Gay fishes.
It's just so much fun to watch.
I mean, his Maltese are awesome.
Yeah.
Then shit the dame, the dame, you know, dope as shit. That dude on the right.
The syllables are 100% on point every time.
Life sucks, and I would be an asshole to let you live.
I know, and I've heard that joke before, but like the way he's able to put it into a punchline is
Yeah.
awesome.
Every line just has those little like,
That dude on the right cracks me up, man. I don't know. I think the show stealer is that guy in the glasses.
yeah.
Is he like some like Italian or something? Like what is he?
I mean, he's playing Joker's Wild.
Yeah.
This is such a juggalo music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Joker as well.
He's like-
Oh, dope.
Nice squib.
Yeah. That shit look dope.
He's like,
I like he's like the type of music Brenda threw her baby in the trash too. That line is so hard.
Now I don't know much. I haven't followed a lot of him. I don't see any of his interviews. I don't know where Gmo Ski is at this point. But I would hope he's not like, you know, getting face tattoos and rapping trap beats.
He's keeping it real as
Yeah.
fuck, bro.
He just has a more extreme hat every day.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he's talking about gay bashing and shit in like every other song. But one of my favorite songs on Charlie and the Film Factory is Mad Hatter. That song
is so great. Yeah.
You know what? I won't be impressed until he shows up with like the skin from a short-faced bear, which is extinct, on his hat. Then I'll be impressed.
I've seen hats that just look like a crab. Like you might come up with it. Like he's got some crazy wardrobe. But the dome.
He shouts out Juggalos on this song.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, they were his big break. He got invited to the Gathering and like did a tour with Twisted. And, like that was the first time he'd seen like a huge crowd like that.
I mean,
And, you know, this set was not that hard to build either.
Oh no.
Oh, this is like such a great video and probably like not much money into it.
Oh yeah.
She just smiles, dude. It's funny.
I don't even know what the game show was about. They were spinning to see how they die, I guess.
Filthy
With Ski
feud
Harvey.
with Ski Harvey.
He's so funny.
He does Pinky too in one of his videos, right?
Yeah, he has that one song, Pinky's Up,
Yeah.
where he's like dressed like a fucking pimp the whole time. That song and video is so
It's
tight.
fantastic.
Man, Gmo rules.
Yeah, he's great.
He's a good storyteller too.
Yeah.
Like when he wants to, he can tell a great story.
One of the best like storytellers I've heard in a minute. Like,
Yeah.
up there with Violent J, I'd say.
Yeah, man. And like at the same time he's telling the story, he's also putting punchlines in there.
Yeah.
You know, and metaphors, which is, you know, that's kind of hard. You focus on telling the story, you just want to get the rhymes down, but he's able to still fit in these spreads of like multis and you know, metaphors, and
Yeah.
that's not an easy thing to do.
Like this song is like his story, but it just has so many little
Yeah.
things in there that it's just punchline after punchline, but it's real. But he still has those like metaphors and shit like weaved in there and whatnot. It's so great.
This song is tight because it's telling like his origin story.
Yeah.
It's got an interesting little beat with the fucking Pied Piper whistle and
Yeah, it
shit.
sounds kind of like fantasy-ish, like an adventure.
Yeah. The song goes hard.
It's so good.
Yeah, I love the lyrics and the storytelling. I think the song as a whole and the beat is a little of the weaker ones on here.
Yeah.
Just for my taste, you know.
I feel that.
But it's still doable. It works.
A little more of a like a chill.
Yeah.
And this is one you listen to, like for the lyrics, you know.
Yeah. Well, it's like following like G, like such like a
Yeah.
hard song, like a nice little like chill break before the one next.
Yeah. This album's got a lot of fucking songs on it. It's only got one oh, it's got 2 skits.
Yeah.
Alright, this song's pretty tight, but I don't remember anything else specific. I'm gonna move on. Filthnificent.
So Seven actually produced that last song.
Wow, really? Hold on, let's go back to that.
Yeah, so it's a lot of Seven and Sea Lance, right?
This is 7?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And so it was written, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very simplistic.
But see, Seven also produced Slide and Sawed Off.
2 of the best songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 7 rules. We don't have to. We all know that.
Seven's one of the best.
He's great. Shout out people in the chat.
What's up, Little Ninja?
Oh, 007, Krim. What's up, Krim? Thanks for joining us. Even if you're just spying. And Lil Ninja, yeah, of course.
This song goes hard, but there's something about it that I don't know. It became a skipper to me. Over the week, the last week I was listening to it.
It's just bars, but the
I'm not
the
into the
music
hook.
The music for this song is just kind of background music-ish. But Gino's spitting bars. Like
Oh,
he
yeah,
always
of course.
does.
Yeah.
See, that was a spread right there. Deep
Yes.
on the mimpo, deep did it, deep weep and did
Then he changed the subject.
Deep and
Yeah.
and then it ends and it resolves and then it goes on to another one. That's
Oh,
a spread.
yeah.
Lil Ninja said he didn't kick it first, but he reminds me of Tyler, which You know what? I've been listening to Gmo in the car a lot lately, and I've been picking up my kids from school and shit. First of all, both of my kids, unprovoked, have both said they've turned this shit off and they hated it.
Didn't like J-Mo?
Which, by the way, for reference, I listen to a lot of ICP in the car. They don't tell me that shit. Gmo, for whatever reason, neither of them liked.
I'm surprised by that.
I'm surprised too, but
I'm not surprised
but
by it.
but my oldest, I was like, she listens to Tyler and Drake and all that shit. So I was showing her like, listen to this dude though, like listen to the bars, like the metaphors, like the punchlines. Like that's what I'm. And she
you have to understand what metaphors and bars and punchlines are. Does she understand all that?
I don't know. But I will say this. There was a song where he, it might even be on Charlie, but where he says something like, people compare me to Tyler. I'm Tyler, but I'm da or some shit like that. And my daughter was like, he does actually kind of sound like Tyler.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I can get
Early
that.
Tyler.
So the fact that she likes Tyler and then said that, I was like, all right, I'll take it.
No.
You know,
That's something, yeah.
it's something.
That's something.
I don't know what it was. I think it's Gmo's like voice is abrasive and he drops F-bombs and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? So I can see my kids being like, yeah.
He does have like a to his voice, and he is kind of
I like it.
abrasive.
That's how I used to rap. I
Yeah.
just be as grimy as possible.
Filth. Yeah.
Does he talk about the filth origin on the No Jumper?
It's just kind of what his style, because he always saying just like wild, like dirty shit, and like having a bad mouth. That's just kind of where it comes from. It's like Jay calling it wicked shit or acid rap. It's just his flavor of that. It's filthy lyrics.
I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me more.
Like, I don't need, like, I heard Gmo just as Gmo. Like, you know, I didn't need to. A lot of people need to associate somebody with somebody else, you know, to like, in order to like them.
I feel it.
I don't know. I just liked him as he is.
Same.
He doesn't really remind me of anybody.
He is unique. I don't listen to like Tyler, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, I don't
sure.
listen to Tyler much either.
I don't fuck with Tyler.
I heard that one single Tyler came out when he first came out. That was it.
Yonkers, where he was in the
That
black
was-
and white.
That was it.
Yeah, that song was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was the only song I ever heard of Tyler. Other than
yeah,
that, I had
same.
know nothing about him. But
Now he does like Drake shit, like
Yeah.
girl rap.
like, I definitely hear Eminem and like early Eminem influence.
Yes.
That
in Gmo.
That
Yes.
was one of his big influences.
Yeah.
You mentioned that in the interview.
There's a couple songs in particular where I'm like, this literally sounds like Eminem.
Yeah.
I could hear Eminem saying this.
Which it's funny. I think it's safe to say Eminem was inspired by ICP to a degree, or like the same Detroit stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
and he was inspired by Eminem, so like it goes full circle,
Yeah.
and now
Yep.
he's kind of like, in my eyes, a huge Juggalo classic.
Yeah. Going back to, you know, full circle when it really started with Esham with,
Yeah.
you know, I want to shout out to 17 Ways, Sharif Violent J, the country singer, and 007, their
Check 'em out.
podcast talking about Esham and how it all came full circle from him in the Detroit sound. And yeah, it's spread out to the entire hip hop genre in a way.
Well,
and,
yeah.
now you have people like Gmo out there that really took influence from it, even if it was from Eminem, and Eminem got it from Esham and ICP and that early stuff. So
It's like a plant.
Yeah,
the
man.
branches going out and reaching and touching different people.
Speaking of that, 17 Ways should have their second episode out by now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'm excited to listen to that because my Esham knowledge is very little, so I want to hear it from the experts.
Yeah, check out that first one with the. I think they reviewed Tongues. That was it was a riveting conversation between the two, and they really get into the mind state of Esham and who he was and what he was thinking at that time. It was really interesting.
Both former guests on Deck One Dope.
Yeah.
Sharif, the Violent J, the country singer, and 007. Peep that shit.
Yeah,
Now these are his. This is Gmo's crew,
Yes.
right?
This is like his D12.
the
Inf gang.
Yeah, that's what the pinkies out is.
Yeah.
It's
That's their thing.
sign.
Oh, that's their
Yeah.
eye. I get it.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them that I think are cool.
They're spitting.
Yeah, they're spitting.
I can fuck with them. I mean,
I
I
don't
like
think-
I like this gruff voice
Yeah.
guy. I think he's cool.
Crowder,
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's cool as fuck. I like his voice.
a very unique voice.
But yeah, the other dudes can spit. I ain't hating. Honestly, I'm completely good with it.
Yeah, I
They're hanging with
listen to any of
Gmo.
them. Yeah,
If you're hanging with Gmo, you're all right.
that's what it's about. It's
Yep.
being successful and bringing you guys with you.
Hold it down. I'm gonna go pee.
All right, man.
Have fun.
What a wicked Texan. We see you there. When we get in Corn, somebody get me Mr. Corn's email address. I'll email him.
Yeah, and we need the contact information for Jonathan Corn Davis, please.
Yeah. JKD.
Yeah.
Hit me up. Gmo, of course, like fucks this song up way harder than any of the other guys.
Oh, they were
but-
smart to keep him for the best for last. Yeah,
But you know, I hate him. It is what it is.
he definitely shine. Like this song goes hard because of him. It's like that build up, and he's like, yeah,
This is just like go under like when you listen to this song in the car, you just feel like you're hard. Like,
yeah,
I'm like riding around like
yeah,
I'm flipping people off and shit.
yeah. And they're like,
They're like, what? What did I do?
Like, who the fuck is this guy?
I'm like, fucking Gmo, bitch.
Yeah.
I love to
Throw him the pinky.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's how they flip people off.
maybe. Yeah. I was told like in like elementary school that's how like they do it in China. They like have you ever heard that?
I didn't hear that one, but I've heard all the other ones like where they do like this.
Yeah, it's
or
like
the this one.
yeah. Well, we were like little kids. We're like, how can we tell people to like fuck you without actually
Yeah.
doing the middle finger?
Ooh, what about this one off the tooth?
Yeah,
You heard that one?
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what. That's all probably bullshit, right?
Maybe or maybe they did that in like the Middle Ages. I don't know.
I heard that finger and like the middle finger. The reason it's offensive is because it's supposed to be like you're showing like a dick and like your hand is like balls, like a ball sack.
I can see that.
So you're showing like a
I
dick
guess.
and ball sack. Like you're making someone look at a dick and ball sack. That's why it's offensive. You know, that's the origin.
Yeah.
I don't know. Lil Ninja, yes, I did actually listen to some of that Corn dubstep record, and it was fine. It was fine. Give me Blind and Clown all day over that shit.
Is that? Oh, what? Is it Narcissistic Cannibals on that one? I like that song.
Is there?
With Skrillex.
Yeah, all the Skrillex. That's that album. Yeah.
Yeah,
That song. The album is fine, but give me Blind. I'm so blind. I'm not joking. I went from listening to that album to listening to the first Corn album because I was like, give me good Corn.
I do all the time. Like this new stuff. No, I'm just gonna.
Like, let me remember why I like the old shit. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is why.
Yeah. This song goes hard as fuck.
You're right, Wicked Texan. Gmo is fire, fire, fire. This song does go hard.
That like horror movie like piano in the.
Oh yeah, who produced this shit? I'm already dead. It's like
Yeah. Like the beat is like menacing.
dun-dun-dun-dun.
Sea Lance.
Sea Lance
Okay.
is bringing it.
That's awesome.
Better Days. That last one was produced by No Binge Gang. Nobi.
Nobi, that's one of his homies.
Nobi. It's from Inf Gang, probably.
Yeah. So good. It's hard not to just like jam.
Yeah.
No. I just want to like hang on every word.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
I mean, this is honestly why I like rap. This
Yeah.
is the type of rap that I just focus on. This is what really gets me into it.
There's so much substance to it.
When it just comes to rap, just straight up rap, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. Gmo fucks murders all y'all.
This
I'm
shows
sorry,
like
but
it shows skill. It's not just like writing.
Gmo
a
is
story.
better than all of you out there trying to rap. I'm sorry to tell you.
He honestly
Yeah.
is. He is.
Sorry to fucking tell you. Like, if you're not, like, if you don't have lyrics that can compare to G, like, he's fucking you up, bro. I'm telling you.
That doesn't mean you should stop, but
Get on his level.
get on his level.
Good.
I'm sorry. That maybe I love ICP, but I don't consider them like rappers. They're more than rap to
They're
me.
entertainers.
They're like an entertaining band
Yeah.
that does like more than just rap. But as far as rap, like Gmo's murdering y'all.
He's
I'm
one of
sorry,
the
he's
best
murking
around
y'all.
for sure.
Yep.
As far as the Juggalo Underground,
He's unfuckable.
100%.
I mean, Gmo comes close to some of the fucking most influential punchline rappers that I've listened to in my life. I wouldn't even say he's up there with him. He's got lines that are up there with some of the most influential punchline rappers I've ever
Yeah.
heard.
I would love to hear some of Gmo's like battle raps. Is there anywhere to watch that?
There's got to be somewhere. You can
Man,
find that.
hook me up. I want to see that. I don't know, man. I mean, like every song is just so like precise, dude. It's like, but he makes it seem easy still.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like this. It sounds like it's his first draft because the way he just like it's coming off so fucking smooth. Like
I can hear the effort though, you know.
oh yeah, but you
He
can hear the confidence.
He makes it sound easy, but I can hear the effort, the art, the craftsmanship in it.
Did I like his newest album? I fucking I loved it. Filth Element. I fucking loved it.
I haven't heard it.
It's great.
It's
It's
awesome.
more of this, dude.
I hope
Yeah.
to. I hope to do more of his albums on this show.
What was the old ones called? I'm gonna look those up real quick.
Yeah, I don't know about those ones. I love this song too. This is fucking awesome.
I love the beat on this song.
Yeah.
It's dope.
And if you don't follow him on Instagram or social media, you're fucking up because like his raps are so vicious and brutal, and this song makes you think of it because it's for his kid.
Yeah.
He's just a family man. It's just him like having fun with his kids and his wife. It's fucking awesome.
Where's that skit? Was that skit the one where he's like, "Oh, what
Oh,
is
it's
it, a
the
girl or a
next
boy?"
one. Yeah.
Like,
That,
what the fuck?
dude, that had me rolling, and I was like, when did this come out? 2016.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's kind of ahead of its time
Yeah. Yeah.
because now I want to hear people doing that, and no one's doing that, you know. And Gmo was doing that in 2016. Like, it's a motherfucking girl,
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
or a boy. What was it? A boy or girl?
It's
I
a
can't
girl. He's
remember.
like,
He's got a
you
little
didn't see the motherfucking ponytail?
You didn't see the pink blanket?
This boy would have a motherfucking pink blanket.
Little did he know how bad that type of like conversation would be to even bring up. You know?
Yeah. I mean, this song right here, Eminem inspired for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's spitting like just bars on bars about like loving his daughter.
Yeah,
It's fucking
that's awesome.
dope, bro. And he's keeping it so real. Like I'm a dad. I'm listening to this shit and relating like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's like this like brutal like horrorcore-ish like filthy album, and this he's like, yeah, dad mode.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They can't take you away from me.
Yeah.
Dad mode.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was Eminem influence.
He's
like why?
encouraging her and shit.
Yeah, like why even put a story about your daughter on a record? That had to be Eminem influenced. But
But it's hard. There's a way to do it where it's not corny,
Yeah.
and it's very easy to make a song like this corny, and he
Well,
managed
that-
to not do
You
it.
gotta be real. That's
I
like,
like
the
that.
big part of it. He's just
that last line he just said where his best friend wrote, I kind of like the fact that he does that type of
Oh,
shit
yeah, let's
too.
go back.
yeah.
Hold on, here we go.
And even when he spit that, I was like, why is he changing his rap flow?
Yeah.
And then he said, my
He
best friend.
explains it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. Okay, awesome. But he said, I hated Fifth Element or Filth Element. Not sure why it didn't hit me. And you know what? I haven't heard that album. And I'll be as much as I love this album and I love like Gmo. If I don't like that album, I'll definitely say I
Of
don't
course.
like it.
I think. I mean, I can't imagine how you could like Gmo and not like that album. It's just as good as this shit, if you ask me.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I like this album, but if that one don't hit, I'll let you know.
Have you gone deep on a Charlie and the Filth Factory yet?
No.
That might be
Maybe,
my favorite.
Maybe a couple videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
good.
that album to me is just a sequel to this. It's
Yeah.
just more of the same. I looked him up real quick. He has 3 albums on, I think, on his Bandcamp. Got Filth mixtape 1 and 2, and then he has one called the Android Filth Teen. I've listened to Got Filth 1 and 2. I don't think I've listened to the Android one, but check that shit out. I mean, I think you can buy him directly from him on his Bandcamp. I'm sure it's all good, dude.
Yeah.
We'll have to listen to all that shit, bro.
I'm gonna have to check. I haven't heard those.
Now, as far as going into like, oh well, you guys, you know, he dissed Jay and like, you know, blah blah blah. Well, you know, I want to say this. I will say, as far as the diss to Jay, he did use a lot of like, you know, gay punchlines, you know, which is kind of like an easy thing to do if you're battling.
Sure.
You know, everybody can throw out a gay joke.
Of course.
So that I guess that's one criticism of his battle to Jay. But also, like, you're battling like a guy from ICP. It's not necessarily like most battle rappers would be like, "You battled ICP, okay?"
I mean,
we could all destroy that. That's not a big thing.
yeah,
So,
you can't even look at ICP as like even battleable. They're not
They diss
battleable.
themselves most of the time.
yeah. So that makes me think that what he did, he actually, fell. Like, he was really like, I'm riding for my team and I'm gonna fucking come out and destroy some shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a fucking, let me make some headlines type shit.
Yeah, no, he was doing that for him.
Yeah,
And his-
like he felt it.
Yeah.
All right. Lil Ninja said, "You ever gonna do Blase's?" I just bought Blase's CD. I'm gonna start bumping it.
Ooh, where'd you get it?
I got it
I
on
need a
eBay.
copy of that. Okay, yeah.
So there's-
I actually like it. I thought it had potential, and I wish she would do more stuff that's just her. 'Cause
We'll do that eventually for sure. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean,
You probably get her on the show too.
This is another one of my favorites.
this is Am I Crazy?
I love that beat with the piano. Just that simple. This
produced
is when it comes to punchline rapping, this is the beat you want. A simple beat with like with some keys and spaces for your punchlines to land. This is what you want.
Produced by Nobi, Inf Gang.
Yeah, I mean, it's great beat.
And it's so simple, but it speaks volume and it
Exactly.
really sticks out. Like all these like overproduced beats all
Exactly.
kind of blur together. This is simple and great.
It allows the bars to shine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can't just take a song like this though and like write a story. I mean, you could, but you want this to be like, you want people to listen to your fucking lyrics on this shit.
Yeah.
You know. You don't want to write no bullshit to this.
Yeah, this is going to be one of your, like, when it comes to people who listen for bars and battle, like, this is going to be one of those kind of beats that you want to display what you have on it.
Hell yeah. Nihil. Oh, Chris mentioned there's Gmo's 8-Bit Filth. I've listened to that a couple times, but not enough to like remember it. I need to hit that up.
Those aren't on Spotify, are they? They're only on the Bandcamp.
8-Bit Filth should be on Spotify. That was on M&E.
Okay, I'll check that out.
It was an EP. It was dope. I remember it being dope. I just don't remember.
Yeah, I was like, there's no way he only has 3 M&E albums. I figured he had other stuff. I'll have to
Yeah, man.
dig deeper.
Like, look, there's everything that's
Yeah.
on his Bandcamp or whatever. You saw it.
Yeah, I'm trying to like really like broaden my horizons more this year. So it's Gmo's one of my.
I'll hook you up with all
go-to
this shit
shit.
if you want to.
Yeah.
You can't even have a drink of water. Use the garden hose.
You got me fucked up like a flight attendant.
Yeah,
in
he
the
uses
spirit.
the fucked up metaphors
Yeah.
on everything.
Fucked
I love-
up like astronaut porn.
Yeah, I
Fucked
love that
up
shit.
like a bird, fucking humping, fucked up like birds humping.
He's just doing old school rap, bro. But it's so smooth and
Yeah.
fucking. It hits
it's
every line
so
hits so
good.
hard. Like, man,
I mean, rap is rap. Metaphors and jokes and punchlines will never not be relevant. It's just most people can't do it good.
but who in the mainstream is doing shit like this? Anyone?
No one does it because it goes over the listeners. Because most people,
Other
that
than Eminem, I
most
guess.
people that listen to mainstream music don't understand these punchlines. They
How
don't.
come
they don't get
Eminem
the
hits
joke.
then?
He does it in a way to where most of them don't care. Like the real people who listen to it can listen to what Eminem's saying and pick it out and go, "Oh my god!" But like people the majority of the people don't get half the shit he's saying.
I think a lot of people it's like, oh, it's Eminem, it's got to be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
It's
I
just
mean,
like a name brand.
Yeah, I think you're on.
I think that's how music is in general. Like, oh, this guy's popular and it's good. I like this music. even
especially
if I
for
don't
average
look
like
beyond it.
Yeah, average listeners. Yeah, no one cares. Like, but there was a time where you definitely even in that time, even in the like the golden age of hip hop or the silver age, which I guess would be like the 90s or something, right? Like the mid 90s, when like lyricists were at their best in the mainstream. Even then, mainstream listeners didn't really get half the shit they were saying.
Yeah.
So even when rap was at its prime in the mainstream, it didn't mean that it was actually landing on people. They just liked it because that was it. That was rap.
Mm-hmm.
This song sucks.
Yeah, I think we were alluding to it before the show, and
I said there's only like one song I really hate. on this.
yeah, I like the piano and the beat, but I'm like,
Why? Like, how do you have such a dope album full of banger after banger, and then like still throw this on there? Like, yeah, that deserves to be on there.
It's just boring and
You
like
fucked up, bro.
kind of lyrically weak.
What? And it seems like every great album has one of these songs, though. Why is that?
Yeah, you can't get away with just having a what is it, Queen Sweep or whatever. You can't just have a perfect.
I mean, yeah.
I like the music to it a lot, and like when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a really deep song, and he's like, she's our hoe. I'm like, oh, I don't want to.
They're
hear
just
this.
talking about they're all fucking the same bitch. That's what the whole song is about.
Our bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Produced by Cage. Cage with a K.
I like how he said it should have came with a weapon armed. That was a cool way to say that.
Yeah.
A mouthful of my kids. That's kind of funny.
I mean, he's got some lines, but
Yeah.
it's just like the song as a whole. Yeah,
I think the features kind of like aren't as impressive on this one.
Yeah. Yeah, this song blows.
this was probably an obligatory. What is it? Obligatory.
Yeah.
Obligation.
Obligatory.
Yeah, obligatory. There you go.
Yeah, a sex song.
Yeah.
This shit does not.
Now, if they would have done it funnier, like how ICP did,
And I think that's what they were trying to do, and it just falls
yeah,
flat.
you can't do a funny sex song like that unless you go full retard. That's the only time you want to go full retard. Right? I mean, come on.
That is perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
I agree wholeheartedly. That is the perfect way to say that. Yeah. That's
and
awesome.
they didn't go full retard on this. They're still trying to be like, somewhat.
yeah, they're like walking the line
Yeah,
of like
nah, you
kind
gotta
of cool,
go.
kind of clever, and retarded. Yeah,
You gotta go completely retarded.
I'm moving on. This song fucking sucks. And that, by the way, that song's almost 6 minutes long.
Yeah, way
There's
too
like 20
fucking
dudes
long.
on
Wait, let me go back to the end of it. Yeah, that. What in the fuck, man? What a fucking.
I'm gonna go
we come back strong though.
now. Speaking of this song
This
right
song
here,
rules.
this song, I'm gonna say it is my favorite song on the album.
Really?
I think I'm with you.
With the beat,
This or Human Cloth, it's hard, but I love
Gmo's verse on this and the beat alone is amazing. And then you got fucking Hobson and Twisted, and I will say, Jamie's verse on this, I don't know what I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds amazing.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Right there with you being a wheelchair with Professor X, like he just comes with
Yeah.
so many good fucking lines,
Oh,
in one
yeah.
verse, man. Snap! I mean, just great. He saved these lines from this song. You know that.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a twisted I got a twisted
And Hobson
feature. Yeah.
Gotta go big with it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the hook is dope as shit.
It's
too,
so good.
man.
Very old school. So old school.
Mm-mm. Great fucking song right here. I mean, this
Is that Hobson on the hook?
Yeah, that's yeah. I need to do more digging on Hobson too. He's
I've really only fucked with Hobson's. Like, what's those one like songs he has like 6 different versions of?
ill mind of Hobson.
That's it.
Yeah.
I've listened to those. That's it.
So this says it was produced by Seven and Hobson.
Hobson's really popular, like from where I'm from. Like a lot of people love Hobson.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
He's popular in Carrollton.
This must be Cats.
Yeah.
He comes hard.
Yeah, he comes pretty hard. Forgettable lines, but I think he crafts a full-fledged verse that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can listen to it and not like think twice about it. It sounds pretty flowy.
And he's got like a good style compliment to Gmo and
Yeah.
Twisted. One of like the weakest verse on there, but he rolls with them pretty well.
I'll tell you, I don't remember one line from Twisted verses.
I had to really listen to Jamie's, and it's funny. I'm not Eminem, but every day is Halloween. You know what I mean? And after that, he sounds like Eminem. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm not Eminem,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna sound like Eminem.
Just try to rap like that.
Jamie does this way too much these days. I like it every once in a while, but like
It sounds good on this type of beat.
Yeah.
Monoxide spitting.
I mean, Monoxide is always good, but like it doesn't stand out on this song.
Yeah.
But it sounds good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what they're saying. They sound good.
Yeah. Yeah. Padlocks and mononucleosis sounding great.
I'm not a man, but come on me. What am I see? Got to be. But I'm a chicken, a Adam and Eve. Feta cheese.
Feta cheese.
Got a feta cheese, a feta means, a kind of come with a fetamine, a kind of fake.
What's up?
You can never stop right there.
No, that's a good song. It's an entertaining, feel like hypey, good hip hop song.
Great vibe.
Turn me down. I'm sorry.
No. I'm adjusting everything. I still want to be peaking. That's all. You're good. Keep
Blowing
doing
out eardrums with their feta cheese.
I'm sorry if my Jamie impression was fucking blowing your eardrums.
If I were to close my eyes, she'd have been sitting right next to me.
if we had a producer, they'd be doing this shit.
But no, I love that song.
The song rules.
The
man.
beat,
it's one of the best.
The beat is one of the best beats
Yeah,
on the album.
absolutely.
I love that beat. Just the clap, the tip. I mean, that type with the little guitar.
Yeah, that song rules.
It's so good.
You know, just
Who
dope.
did that one?
That was Seven and Hobson. It says produced by Seven and Hobson. Perfect. Mm-hmm.
This song fucking rules too.
Yeah. The piano. Yeah. Now that's a classic simple piano progression.
Yeah.
Start over. Great shit. And that's a West Coast.
Yes.
That's a West Coast trope.
Love it.
Yeah. And doing that
As a little guy, I feel this song so hard.
and doing that kind of sustaining chord progression with the keys. That is it's a build up that never really kind of it keeps you expecting something.
Yeah, I feel you.
You know that you're like, oh, that piano's going. Oh shit.
Yeah, it sounds like it keeps building up.
Yeah.
I want to say this. We haven't mentioned this. Gmo is also a master at crafting some catchy ass hooks, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of these hooks are just so memorable and easy to ride to.
Yeah.
It ain't no just bullshit. I'm not just rapping another verse on the hook and shit. But he's not being too experimental at the same time, you know?
Yeah.
He's giving you what you're expecting and want.
Nice, effective. Hit ya.
Yeah.
And you're in. It's good.
Yeah.
Catchy.
You see your boy Trash Boat shouting you out.
Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, happy birthday. It's his
All right.
birthday today. Yeah.
Happy birthday, Trash Boat. Whoop,
my
whoop.
homie.
Happy birthday, Trash Boat. Whoop whoop. Yeah, the honey bat, and just the concept of this.
Yeah.
To be able to take, I'm a short guy. What's the fucking craziest animal in the animal kingdom?
Yeah.
It's like a short, small thing.
Yeah.
Oh, honey badger.
Oh, it's such a good metaphor.
And the fact that it was a big online thing, right? The
Yeah.
honey badger video, the honey badger don't give a fuck or whatever that
Yeah,
was.
no, it's perfect. They
Yeah, I mean,
could not have picked a better thing to claim.
He's got his finger on the pulse. He
Absolutely, yeah.
understands this shit. And yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's perfect.
And he's using these Animal Kingdom references and metaphors through the whole
He's
thing.
keeping the theme.
He said that he watches Animal Planet shit while he's recording and stuff, watching animals rip each other apart.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah,
That-
good,
that
good.
jumper in me, yeah.
Keep watching that.
Yeah.
No, it literally is. Keep watching
Get
it. I want.
inspired.
Good. Please keep making music to animals shredding each other apart.
Please keep making music, because you know what?
You're keeping my white ass feeling like I'm a hard motherfucker, man. Just keep doing
We were
it.
talking about that when you were taking a piss. What song was it? We're like, low ride, flip people off.
Yeah.
People are like, who is this
That's
guy?
why I was like, this song makes me want to just flip motherfuckers
Yeah.
off.
Is this appropriation?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, I swear to God, like, no, on the way over here, I was like bumping. I had the CD in, the Gmo CD in, and I was like, I stopped at a bus stop, and there was like some people standing there, and I was like, I like hit the window. I was like,
Too filthy.
and I turned it up, and I was like, yeah, I'm hard.
And then there's little kids. You're like,
Well, then
slow it down.
and I realized like all the traffic going by, like they probably didn't hear it.
No, they don't give a fuck. But you're like, ooh.
I'm like, bro, I'm hard. You don't know. You don't understand. I'm listening to Gmo.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me. I got that Gmo. And then the little old lady across the street like, what? Down.
Gmo's like, go! Get out of here!
Yeah. Oh, man. No, it's great shit.
I like this song too. It's like keeping it real shit, you know?
And that's what's so good. Like, it's so hard and filthy, and then it gets real, and it still sounds as good and like as quality.
Yeah.
I love that like nice blend of like the fantasticness of like the lyrics of being so like hard and vicious, and then there's still real shit to it.
Yep.
Kind of like what we were talking about with ICP. Like after at the end of the day, there's still like a kind of a good message and like goodness to it underneath all of the filth and the wicked.
You know what this beat reminded me of? When Bone went soft. When Bone Thugs went soft in the year 2000, I think they came out with Resurrection. And they had a lot of these like soft kind of West Coast sounding beats on their album. You know, like
Like
Chicken rapping.
this song actually gives me vibes of like my favorite game of all time, Earthbound for SNES. Like
Oh,
the,
nice.
like the lyric, the music just sounds like that shit. That shit. I don't know. It gives me that vibe. Love it.
I need to play that game.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I've got a cherry or Raspberry Pi emulator. I've got all sorts of shit. I need to play.
Now, do you know what's making the melodies in this beat?
No. No.
To me, it sounds like
Like a synth.
yeah, it sounds like a synth, like organ.
Fruity Loops.
But it sounds like it sounds like an
does
organ
sound-
style
yeah.
synth key.
He's talking about like the good old days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's shouting out all his old homeboys and shit. That's dope.
It's like a nice like weekend song. Like he's like, after I get paid, we'll go and celebrate.
Yeah, man.
Like just yeah.
Talking about
You
the
sold
good
out,
old days.
Chimo.
Yeah.
He's talking about the good old days, you know?
We're trying to hide it, bro, with this song. You sold out. Don't lie.
Got signed and now it's making that magic ninja money. I mean,
Ninja money.
yeah, that's another never should have gave me
Yep.
ninja money.
So he says on this song he says strictly for my N-words.
Ninjas.
And that reminds me of, didn't Twisted do a CD that was like strictly for my ninjas?
I think probably.
I'm pretty sure they did something like that says strictly for my ninjas. So now I think that they just wanted to say the N-word when they made that thing.
I was under the impression that's what ninjas was to stand for.
Yeah, ninjas is the white guy's version of N-word.
That was my impression. Was I don't know.
Where the hell laughing? The laughing was creeping me out during the Mario. That threw me for a loop. Yeah, this song's cool though. It's a chillin' ass like
Nice little
vibing song, you know. Everybody loves these songs about their homeboys and their old days.
Makes you
and
feel
shit.
good.
Yeah, man. You know.
Well, man, I'm glad you joined us today, Gage.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
It's been a blast, dude.
It's worth the trip.
Good.
Good. I mean, to me, this is a breath of fresh air on this show. Listening to Gmo, having some good company.
Yeah. No, I was excited. I was like, what are we talking about? And you said Gmail. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah,
It is a nice refresher, and like,
I told Carver, I was like, dude, we got some more ICP to do.
Yeah.
We're like, let's fucking just do Gmo, man.
Yeah, I brought that up last week.
I-
He was like, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "Dude,
that's
let's do
awesome.
Gmo."
And I'm glad that I was just like, hey, can I come over for this? Like, it all worked out. It's great.
Hey, if y'all got suggestions or anything, let us know. I mean, I'm down for literally anything, but we know we got more ICP. We know we got more Twisted. We know we got more Blaze. I mean, Clockwork Gray and Colton Grunge.
So much. So. Well,
There's so much.
I don't want to infer, but you guys needed like a break, right? Like something to kind of like break it up a little bit.
Of course.
Yeah, that's kind of like the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, no, this was like a big help for me. You know.
Yeah.
Listen to something that's just so well crafted.
Yeah.
Like it's so pleasant on the ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone
other than my daughters.
someone that's young and hungry for actual true like writing and rapping and bars. Like I get it. Like I guess you could consider Ouija young and hungry, but I just don't hear the same hunger.
It's just lazy to me.
I don't hear the same thing.
You can't even compare the two. It's impossible. By the way, this skit is hilarious.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, Faggo Rock.
He just keeps making a bunch of gay references.
Team Fanny Pack.
It's
I
funny.
love you, Gmo. Never change.
Ski.
It's funny. I remember when he dissed Jay, they started calling him Homo Skeet. I thought that was funny. I don't know why. It's a cheap joke, but it's funny.
Bro, this song, My Filthy Spear Bomb, this might be my favorite song on here.
This is a great song.
And
God.
such a good hard song to end on.
Yeah.
Damn, this song goes so hard. Oh, he's keeping it so real, and you hear the anger and the fucking resentment and the fuck you. It's so relevant. This song.
It's like I've made it. This is my song. Say fuck all you guys, and that's great.
This is the perfect ending song, bro. I love it.
I like that the nice song, the real one, like was a nice little break before this came in and just ended it.
Yeah. He's like so ready to like just
Honey Badger.
yeah.
It's charged up.
Talk about how he's coming up.
So how do you think this episode on Gmo is gonna fare with the algorithms?
You mean like Juggalo, like ICP lowers? 17%ers?
I think we're gonna probably ruffle some feathers with
Hey,
it.
anybody who gives a fuck that we did a Gmo Ski album, I'll throw these up at you. And you know what it means.
Yeah. Yeah.
Realistic rap, I felt the spirit bomb.
Are people still mad at him?
I've never heard
think
anyone
so.
I've never heard anyone say an ill word about Gmo.
I think people wrote him off, dude. I think a lot of juggalos wrote him off completely.
I think he would be huge if it weren't for that moment.
Yeah, because I don't hear much about Gmo.
Bro, in a perfect world, ICP would scoop him up.
Yeah.
I would much rather have him on there than some other people. I ain't gonna lie.
Imagine.
Dude, he would be fucking amazing on Psychopath.
Just rolling with ICP. Like, they would. Man, don't get me wrong, Gmo. I'd love to see you doing your own thing.
Imagine
of course.
imagine a 90s J with Gmo.
Dude. Like,
Oh man.
it's unstoppable.
Or at least an early 2000s J with Gmo.
Yeah, I mean, Gmo, he started coming out in like 2012-ish. And by the way, in this song, he gives Juggalos props. He even says, like, if you're dissing the clowns, fuck y'all and shit.
He said shit like that on this song.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think it was on that verse. Look.
I'm not mad at him for this. I was never mad at him for dissing Jay. I may have gotten my feelings a little bit about it. But in the back of my head, I was like, this motherfucker's raw. I don't, you just can't. I mean, I get it. He's got fire. He's got fire in him. He's gonna diss whoever. If Eminem came at him, he'd diss him.
Oh yeah. He does not give a fuck.
Yeah,
Not at all.
He's
So I love that about him.
Yeah, that's
and like
what
I
I
said,
love about him.
I love that he's doing his own thing. But man, that would be just such a great cohesion
In magical Christmas land. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, no
In a
one's
perfect
safe,
world.
man. No one's
Yeah.
safe with Gmo, and that's what I love about him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the story of him falling with MNE. They even got it.
Yeah.
I don't think he did a diss, but like he was like, "Fuck y'all."
On the Filth Element, he has like it's not I don't think the full song, but at least a verse where he's like, he even says something about Magic Ninja Entertainment. Talks about the money, what they try to take my money off of my video or some shit. Like
He found out he wasn't making money from any of it and like freaked out.
Yeah, it was some shit. He mentions it, but he says in that song like it's all good. Like it's
he made amends because they gave him his like.
They made it right. In the end.
Yeah.
I don't know the details, but it sounds like there's no beef. But he was like, I can't really fuck with y'all. Like,
yeah, now he's doing his own thing, which
he made
which
that,
I respect.
He made that Pinkies Up video off of Magic Ninja, and it's dope. It's as good as anything he's done that we just watched. You know what I mean? The production value is on point. I showed that to my daughter too. I was like, watch this shit. Look how funny he's like being funny and doing little skits in the video and shit. Like
they don't get it.
I've been trying to get my little brother into all this stuff, and he just doesn't care.
It's
so hard.
Man,
dude,
it's a shame.
Yeah.
The magic, the magicianry that the mainstream artists have over people is too strong. It's witchcraft. They have you completely in this daze, and it's very hard to break out of it.
Unless other people are saying it's dope, you're not gonna say it's dope. That's how that works.
Yeah. In order to find this stuff dope, you literally have to break from that that hold that it has over you, the mainstream. You have to break away from it on your own, and it's so hard for people to do that. And the people that do that, it's like a badge of honor because they've been in the trenches, they've broke away from it, and they hold it as a badge of honor, you know?
Yeah. That's a big appeal of all the underground stuff. It's like, I don't give a fuck what people like. I like what I like, and I was like a hipster in like high school, so like it goes into that, like, oh, that's popular. I don't want anything to do with that. Y'all sheep. Yeah.
That's what ICP did for so many people, especially back in the 90s when we didn't even truly really understand the commercialized music industry. You know, because I remember in the early 90s, people didn't really understand it at that point yet. Because you still had shit like Nirvana out there, which were commercialized mainstream music, but they were still talking bad about it.
Yeah, well, isn't that the theory of why like Kurt Cobain snapped? Like he didn't want the fame that he got. Yeah.
So we were dealing with this like, we love this music, it's mainstream and popular, but he's talking bad about it. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to think at this point? So we're in this era, growing up in this era where it was such in a gray area. You didn't really truly know what was, you know, underground and pop and this and that. And then it finally got solidified in the 2000s, early 2000s, what was what.
Yeah.
And I think ICP was definitely a badge of honor to know it's like, oh, I've been into them, and they really truly went against this at, you know, for a long time, even though a lot of their music is based in pop formulas.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay as long as the mentality's there.
And it's like them taking the pop music and making it their own.
Yes.
Or their own like version of it. Yeah.
As long as the mentality is there, which is why people love Nirvana.
Yeah.
So many people, mainstream people and underground people, they love Nirvana because that mentality was there. That it's like, you know, we love this guy. He may not be the best musician ever, but he has everything that people liked.
Yeah.
In all genres. So I think there's something there to that. I think there's something there with that with ICP as well. That they have the whole kind of package. You like the underground shit, that's why I get into this, but they also have that
like
that connection to pop as well. Yeah.
Into it.
And I think Gmo truly is like in a lane of his own where it's just craftsmanship of lyrics that it is hard for people to get into.
Yeah.
I guess I could see that. I think anyone who appreciates rap for lyrics or bars, if someone says they appreciate bars and then they hate on Gmo, they are lying.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's as simple as that. Like, I think people can like rap for different reasons, obviously. Any music for any reason. But if you like rap music because you like punchlines and you like bars, like Gmo's he's one of the ones at the top.
That's why I like it. Like that's what creativity is what interests me because a lot of rap sounds samey and it's all just a lot of noise and whatnot. Like, it's about the creativity for me first. What interests me, like the interesting things that they have to say, or stories, or interesting music behind it, all wrapped together. Like, that's what gets my attention. Like, I didn't like rap for the longest time because of that, and then ICP was the gateway. It's like, oh, it can be more than this. It can be creative and be interesting. And then as I explore and I find like Gmo, who is like nonstop creative, interesting things to say, things said in interesting ways, and the metaphors and stories that he can like drum up. That's what I think is interesting.
Man, I could suck Gmo's dick all day long.
Yeah, so we're gonna end this episode and do another one with the Chocolate Factory or Filth Factory, right?
I would love to.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, do you guys? Is there anything else you want to go over or talk about before we go? I mean, we're at the 2-hour mark, so we can.
Nah, man, I'm
wrap
good.
This bitch up. Sound good?
Yeah,
Gage?
let's wrap it up.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
Absolutely,
coming,
man.
man. It was a
Thank
great
you.
Pleasure to
time.
be
We
here,
had,
yeah.
we had a lot of fun. Thanks, Chris from Nihil on YouTube. What was it? Sorry, I forgot.
This is Nihil or believe
whatever
we
it
said.
was. I like. Oh, Nihil is here. Check
Nihil
that
is
shit
here.
out if you like.
That's-
If you've never heard of Shining Force, get fucking hip, dude. That game rules. Play
gonna.
it. Get it on. It's on the Genesis Classics for sure, and you can probably find it to play free somewhere. Bruh. Exactly. All right, go to deck1delt.com, get you a shirt, deck1delt.com/shop if you like Cartoon Nightmares and want to see our fun shirts and shit. We got shirts.
fantastic.
Thank you. We got shirts, blankets, socks, stuff like that. Anything?
I mean, you can use those socks to, catch certain things.
All right, man. Let's shuffle
Put your
out of
pink
here.
sock in a Deck One Delt sock. ICP is the Nirvana of rap. You heard it here first.
All right, y'all. Peace. Have a good week. See you next time.